Welcome to this overview of the CAP H-1B process presented by WR Immigration. This presentation will instruct employers on how to create their USCIS H-1B registrant account and review CAP H-1B lottery registrations for the USCIS electronic system. Before we begin, please note that this is a general overview of the CAP H-1B process only and is not intended to serve as legal advice. Please consult your WR immigration attorney if you have specific questions about your employees. We will now present an overview of the H-1B electronic registration timeline. USCIS will launch their system for filing H-1B petitions that involves an electronic registration in March. The first step is for employers to create their My USCIS H-1B registrant account if you have not already done so. We will go into detail of how to create this later. During the electronic registration window, WR Immigration will enter the information of the individuals eligible for the CAP H-1B lottery. The employer will then receive a unique passcode from WR Immigration. This passcode enables the employer account to be synced with the WR Immigration attorney's account. Once the passcode is entered, the employer may then electronically sign the Form G28 and review the information WR Immigration has entered. After the employer has electronically signed, WR Immigration will then submit the final registration for the individuals and submit the required fee per sponsored individual for submission in the lottery. Based upon the submitted registrations, USCIS will conduct a randomized computer-generated lottery following the closure of the registration period in March. By March 31st, USCIS intends to notify attorneys on which individuals were selected in the lottery. Once we receive the lottery results electronically from USCIS, WR Immigration will update the employer and subsequently prepare the selected H-1B petitions for filing. USCIS has announced that there will be a 90-day window between April 1st and June 30th for filing these CAP H-1B petitions. Based on guidance provided by USCIS, we will now explain the steps for employers to create their own My USCIS H-1B registrant accounts. If you have already created a My USCIS account from last year's CAP H-1B registration, please make sure you can access your My USCIS H-1B registrant account as soon as possible. If you need to create a new My USCIS account for this year's registration, you should be able to beginning in late February. If you are a new HR contact for a company that previously participated in the CAP H-1B registration process, please note that you will have to create a new account as well. By late February, you should be able to navigate to the my.uscis.gov website to begin the account creation process. You should then navigate to the Sign Up button in the top right-hand corner. You will be asked to provide a valid email address. Please note that only one person and one EIN or employer identification number may be associated with one account. If you are the signatory for multiple entities, you must create one account for each entity with a unique EIN. Once this information is entered, click the blue Sign Up button on the bottom. The system will then prompt you to create a password between 8 and 64 characters. This may include letters, numbers, and special characters. USCIS requires you to select a two-step verification method for security purposes. Each time you sign in with your email and password, you will be asked to provide a one-time code that you'll receive from one of the following three methods. You may choose to have the one-time code sent to your authentication app, such as Authy or Google Authenticator on your mobile device, or you can receive the code via text message to your mobile device, or you can receive the code through email. In case you misplace your password and need to reset your password, USCIS requires that you designate 5 security questions and answers. Once these are completed, you'll be directed to the next page. On this page, you must select an account type. If you already have a petitioner account with USCIS, you will still need to create an H-1B registrant account type for the H-1B registration. Please note this is different and separate from the petitioner account. Then you must select the I am an H-1B registrant option. Your account should now be created. Please note you will not be able to do anything with the account until USCIS opens the electronic H-1B registration. In the past, this has been opened on March 1st at noon Eastern Standard Time. If you create an account in the wrong type, for example, as an applicant or as a petitioner, the system now allows for the account to be deleted if certification and account information have not yet been submitted. To delete an account, under the account profile, there should be an option to edit. After USCIS opens the electronic H-1B registration, typically around March 1st, WR Immigration will register the individuals whom your company will be sponsoring. You will then need to electronically sign the Form G28 authorizing WR Immigration as your attorney representative. To do this, you need to sign into your account at my.uscis.gov. In the top right-hand corner, click Sign In. You should enter the email and password combination that you provided when you created your account. With two-factor authentication, you will then receive a one-time code sent through one of the three options that you chose, either text, email, or the authentication app, and be signed in. On your account, you should see a window that reads H-1B registration with two options, file a registration or enter representative passcode. Please select enter representative passcode. You will receive this representative passcode from your WR Immigration attorney. Please enter the passcode that you received and click Submit and Continue. By entering this passcode, your employer account will be synced with the WR Immigration attorney's account. You will then be prompted to review the G28. Please click Review the G28. On the next page, you'll see information about you as the authorized signatory. The information visible has been entered by WR Immigration. You should then advance to the next page. USCIS has also added a new duplicate submission checker feature where you can verify whether any beneficiaries were previously submitted for CAP H-1B registration in that same fiscal year by your company. To note, this check system will not automatically prevent a representative and registrant from both registering the same beneficiary. To use this feature, please be sure to click Check for Duplicates. Even if using this check function, the representative and the registrant are responsible for ensuring that duplicate registrations are not submitted and will not be submitted through future drafts. To that end, USCIS also provides a tool to download a .csv file and search for duplicate entries. Here, you should select the option that says, I accept the G28 and want to provide my signature, and click Next. The next page will look like this. You should then scroll down, where you will see three options. Please check off the first option only, which says, I request that USCIS send original notices on an application or petition to the business address of my attorney as listed in this form. Please do not check off any other boxes. Under these options, you will see the image to the right, where you must check off the box to indicate that you have read and agreed to the client statement of the G28 and electronically signed by typing your full name in the box. Recently, USCIS has included an attestation that is required before submission. It indicates, I further certify that this registration or these registrations reflects a legitimate job offer and that I or the organization on whose behalf this registration or these registrations is being submitted have not worked with or agreed to work with another registrant, petitioner, agent, or other individual or entity to submit a registration to unfairly increase chances of selection for this beneficiary or any beneficiaries in this submission. If USCIS finds that this attestation was not true and correct, USCIS will find that the registration was not properly submitted, and as a result, your company will not be eligible to file an H-1B petition based on that registration. USCIS may also deny or revoke a petition based on a registration that contained a false attestation. Once you have reviewed the G28 and completed the attestation, please click Next. You will then be directed to submit the G28 for this batch of registrations by selecting Submit the G28. In the event that additional registrations are added during the registration period, you will need to go through this process again to submit another G28. After signing and submitting the Form G28, you must then accept the H-1B registrations that WR Immigration has already pre-entered. The system should take you to a page where you'll be able to view some basic information about your company and your information as the authorized signatory. This information includes the legal name of the petitioning company or organization, the doing business as name of the petitioning company or organization, or if you don't have one, the EIN, the primary U.S. office address of the company or organization, the authorized signatory's legal name, title, and contact information. Please select the option for I accept the H-1B registration and want to provide my signature and click Next. You will then need to check off a series of statements as the authorized signatory. On this page, check this option and click Next. Again, select the checkbox indicated here. Right below the box that you've just selected, you will then need to electronically sign off for all the registration information. After you electronically sign by typing your name, click Next. To finish your part of the H-1B registration as the employer, click Finish and Send. Once this is all complete, you'll be all set, and WR Immigration will take care of the remaining steps. The system will update the WR Immigration Attorney's account. We will then conduct a final review of the registrations, submit the registrations, and submit the registration fee on the employer's behalf. After WR Immigration has submitted the registration and payments for the individuals in the lottery, your account should be updated. You will see that the status for H-1B registration displays as submitted. For each beneficiary or individual that we registered in the lottery, their status should similarly display as submitted. The 19-digit number you see below the status is a unique tracking number assigned to each individual and beneficiary, and USCIS indicated that this will be used for no other purposes. After the registration period closes in mid-March, USCIS will run the lottery. By March 31st, USCIS intends to notify attorneys which beneficiaries were selected in the lottery and update the status in the USCIS online accounts. If an individual or beneficiary was selected in the lottery, the status will update to show selected. WR Immigration will then work to prepare the CAP H-1B petition for filing with USCIS within the 90-day filing window. The earliest the filing window would begin is April 1st. We hope this overview has been helpful to guide you through the steps of the process, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you.